It is 12:30 p.m. here on Saturday, July 27th, 2024. It's about 80 degrees, sun's out. It's a cloudy day though. We got a little sprinkling of rain. And this is we're almost in August. So I was watching, going through my YouTube feed, seeing what people are talking about. And it seems like a couple of videos stood out about the summer slump, right? And so if you're grazing like me, you're very conscious of when the grass stops growing or when you start to run out of grass. And summer is typically one of the times of years where I would start to run out of grass. So August is kind of one of those months where we survive. We don't thrive. By the way, that sheep is limping not because of any hoof rot, that guy right there, but because the hooves are overgrown. If I could catch her and trim her nails, she'd be just fine, right? Anyway, so one of the things that I've been thinking about a lot is what are the actual techniques that make grazing successful? Because I had this idea that if you grabbed like all the different types of grazing people and got them in a room, they would eventually come to an agreement on what actually works. And the differences between their systems just wouldn't seem so significant. It's very minor stuff. And for me, the big tips that I got, or the big observations, is that you don't graze when you don't have grass. Sounds obvious, but it's not, especially when I was first starting out. The other rule is you don't graze if you don't have enough grass that when you're done grazing, there's lots of grass left over, right? Again, not so obvious, right? So you only graze when you have enough grass that you can graze and leave plenty of grass behind. And that's pretty much the only rule, right? The other rules that I think about are the three signs of overgrazing, or the three demons of overgrazing, the three things you don't do. Number one, don't take too much of the grass. Don't graze it down to the ground. Just one bite and go, Two is don't come back 3 days later and let the cows eat just the freshly growing grass. That's poison. That'll destroy the grass, right? The third thing is don't come back too soon. And what does too soon mean? Well, you can write a book about that and still not know what too soon is. In my case, don't come back until there's going to be plenty of grass left over after grazing. That would be what too soon is for me. Okay, I don't look at the tips of the grass or count the number of blades of grass or anything like that. I think each kind of grass has a different too soon than the others. Some, like Bermuda grass, seems to recover very quickly. Others take a whole year to recover. They just don't recover until the next year. So those are kind of the rules that I ran into, that I discovered, that are, what I look at. Boy, that sheep right there seems awfully skinny. I could see the rib bones and just long legs. Doesn't fleshed out. I wouldn't be surprised if that one drops over dead in a couple days. So let me get a better view of that sheep. That guy is, like all the other sheep around him are fat, except that one is skinny. Oh boy. Yeah, she's not gonna last. I'll get her out of her as soon as I get a chance. She's got to go. I can't keep her. If she's going to be skinny on grass like this, she can't live with me. Anyway, summer slump. So, why did you get a summer slump? Why did I get a summer slump? What does a summer slump come from? One of the things to note is that in summer, obviously, it's hotter, right? You get more daylight during the day. When you do get rain, the rain on the surface dries up pretty quick. It doesn't last very long, right? And so the strategy is to keep as much forage on the ground as possible for as long as possible, and don't graze it down, right? Having the layers of grass protect the soil from the sunlight, and it actually creates a cooler conditions at the root level where you want it to be cool, right? So that's important, I think, is just leaving plenty of forage behind, not grazing it to the ground. The minute you think you don't have enough forage to feed the cows or the sheep, you got to get rid of animals. There's really no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Now, obviously, for part of the year, we just won't have enough grass to feed the animals, so I roll out hay. But I really have to pull the trigger quicker to thin out my herd when it's time to do that. So, poor lady. If I could just get in there and trim the nails, you would be perfectly happy. It wouldn't even take me 5 minutes. I just can't catch you, you know. So Monday afternoon, actually, Monday noontime, I'm going to bring the two herds together, the sheep and the cows. No, I can't, because I can't have the bull and the cows. So Monday morning, I'm going to have the cows start at the halfway point in the field. We're going to shoot for about 200 feet in a week. 200, 210 or something like that. Average. So if some parts are a little thinner than other parts, we're going to go a little quicker. If it's a little thicker, we'll go a little slower. You know. And then once we're out of August, early August, I need to take the rams off the sheep. So I need to get the rams out of here. And I think I'll separate the rams and the bull. They'll be their own little herd. Or maybe I'll keep the bull on the sheep and put the rams with the cows. I don't know. But got to separate them out. And then in September, that's when I pull the bull off the cows, because the cows have a longer estrus cycle than the sheep. So that is where we're at. As you can see, I'm surrounded by good grass. There's plenty of grass everywhere. Hey, Rammy. And I'm not concerned about running out of forage at all. If anything, I'm concerned about not eating it fast enough. So that's where I'm at. You guys have a great day. Take care and bye-bye.